Students reuniting with their parents at Shepherd of the Hills Church, a block south of the school. 7 News was at the church as students and their parents struggled to process the day's traumatic events. One of those students, Courtney, emotionally recounted the terrifying moments the shooter entered the school.
We were just sitting downstairs in yoga class, and all of a sudden we heard this bang, bang really fast, and then this girl came running down the stairs screaming, help me, there's a shooter, and she just had blood all over her shirt, and then our teacher just put all of us in the closet, and we didn't hear anything else about that, and then we just heard somebody try to come in our classroom, and we just heard screaming and yelling, and it was terrible.
Coming up in about 10 minutes, we'll hear more from Courtney and tonight all the students that have been reunited with their parents.
Only on 7 News, this student coming within just a few feet of the gunman as he was searching for his target. Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon live in the newsroom. Kelly, he's telling us what happened in this exclusive interview and what the suspect asked him.
Mike, we spoke to one of the 5 students who was in the library this afternoon when the shooter stormed in. It's a chilling account of the moment this high school senior was face to face with a classmate armed with a shotgun on a deadly mission.
I heard the 3 shots and then he came into the library. And that's, the first shot, I thought it was just something dropping, something really heavy. And I knew it was in the hallway, but the second 2, I was like, that's a shotgun for sure. I knew it was a shotgun too.
Max Monet is an Arapahoe High School senior studying in the library during his 5th period class when he heard the gunfire.
I was walking towards the door because I wanted to see what happened. He was wearing a ball cap, and I think he had boots on, jeans, and a dark shirt. And he just started yelling, "Where's Murphy?" Right as he walked in, I just bolted. I didn't really look at his face or anything.
You saw the gun?
Yeah. I knew it was a shotgun, too, just by the sound and the looks of it, too. I was probably 25, 30 feet away.
When you saw him and you heard him, it seemed like he was on a mission.
Right. Yeah, when he busted through the doors, shotgun loaded, yelling. It looked like he was going for Mr. Murphy specifically.
We asked Max to draw us a map of where he ran.
The shooter just ripped through the door, started yelling, "Where's Murphy?" So we ran through the classroom and out through the entrance of the classroom into the hallway. And on my way there's a girl on the ground, and I'm pretty sure she was bleeding out of her stomach. She was on her hands and knees. There's blood all over the tile. And the hallway around her, there's a giant cloud of smoke. Smelled like gunpowder. When I was running out of the west entrance, I could see that the people in the gym were just kind of all just standing around like they heard the gunshots, but they didn't know really what happened. So I started yelling at all them too. I was like, "Get out, there's a gun, there's a shooter, get out, run."
Initially, he didn't know who the shooter was, but soon Max learned it was 18-year-old Carl Pearson, a fellow classmate who Max says had a combative personality.
He was just always the type that wanted to be right. He'd always argue with the teacher about scholastic things. Whatever we were talking about, he always had something to say, wanted to be right. Never wanted anyone to tell him he was wrong. Definitely I've noticed that in the classes that I was in with him. He's kind of an odd guy. I mean, he wore communist shirts, the whole Russian sickle with the hammer type deal. He'd wear that all the time. He spoke intelligently. He's a smart guy. I think he did pretty well in school, but
Max says he's thankful to have made it out alive, but will never forget the terror he saw.
So what are the questions you still have?
Why he shot the girl. Definitely, that's my number one. Students get mad at teachers all the time, but I just don't get why he would shoot a girl just doing her own thing in the hallway. That makes no sense to me.
Max told me that they've practiced active shooter situations many times in school, but no amount of training could have prepared him for what he experienced today. Live in the newsroom, I'm Call 7 investigator Kelly Raybon.